If I die, yeah. For real, Trey, more music. If I die young, yeah, carry me a sadness. Lay my body down in the bed for the roses left. Take me by the river, yeah. Oh, take me by the river, yeah. Oh, take me by the river, yeah. Oh, take me by the river, yeah. If I die young.
I was working at the time at the Hartshill Casino in Shreveport, Louisiana. And I get a phone call from my grandma telling me like my dad wasn't doing well. I need to get to the hospital like ASAP. I remember calling the mother of my kids at the time. When I called her, I hear multiple voices. I found out she was with another man at that time while my father was passing away. So I had to deal with my pops passing away and find out the mother of my kids was with another guy at that time. So I didn't really have time like to process her cheating because I had to process the fact that my father was passing away. I remember getting to the hospital, walking in the room, and my sister was already in there, and one of my aunts. I remember walking in the room and my aunt was like, "Thomas, Terrence here," and like he like opened his eyes, and it's like blood in his eyes, like his eyes like bloodshot red. And he just started shaking his head, no, like nah, like he ain't want me there. He passed away shortly after that. Passed from kidney failure. But he was paralyzed from the neck down. He had like little movement in his hands and stuff like that. To this day, I still don't know the full story about that. My uncle tried to explain it to me, it just didn't make sense. Everybody had their different stories of how it could have happened. I knew he was on a cane for a while. He was losing his ability to walk, so he had to use a cane. He went for surgery at LSU Medical Hospital. I guess the surgery wasn't successful, and he became paralyzed. I lost my father figure. I lost the man that was supposed to teach me how to be a man. So I had to learn how to be a man by myself. A lot of trial and error, a lot of running into walls and learning from my mistakes. And I mean, it's something that I'm dealing with right now on like how to fully be a man. I'm still learning. I'm learning every day. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. So I feel like it played a major part in my life, and it's playing a major part in my life. The value of a father is very important in a man's life. You need a father. It's been rough for me, man. It's been real rough for me. I'm struggling right now with it. You know what I'm saying? Not being able to hear my dad's voice or even go to somebody that I can look at as a father figure, man. So yeah, I'm still learning. I don't think you overcome depression. I think depression comes and goes, and it comes in waves. For me, depression has been a battle that I've been dealing with my whole life. I remember I was a kid. I can't remember my age, but I remember I was a kid, and I remember like coming in my mom's room. She would sleep on the bed, and I said, "Mom, I think something wrong with me. Like I'm sad, but I'm trying to make myself be happy, but I'm so sad." I didn't know how to explain it to her. Now that I'm older and I know what it is, I've been suffering from depression since I was a kid. I grew up in a household where my father beat my mom. I seen my father try to set my mother on fire. I seen him like chase her with knives and punch her and hit her and pull out guns on her and stuff like that. Like I grew up in a household, man, where like I grew up rough, man. I grew up rough. My father was a great man. My father was a man who had dreams just like I did. He was a hustler. He was a provider. He was a real man. But he had mental health issues as well. And like it is in the black community, some men wait too late to get help. I just really wish that there was an option out there for him at that time where he can get help. Or if he wanted to get help, it could be provided to him. My father was a great man, but he had battles. And the battles that he fought, I'm fighting very similar battles right now. Crazy thing about it, man, my dad was the nicest guy. Like he was the nicest guy. He just had a side to him that like nobody could like explain. Like nobody could explain. Nobody knew what was that switch. You know what I mean? Like, and the only thing I could think of is survival mode. If your parents grew up in survival mode, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna grow up in survival mode. I grew up in survival mode. It ain't a moment of my life that I can remember where I was living. Every moment of my life, that I can remember, I have been surviving. I wake up in the morning, how can I survive to make it to tomorrow? If I make it through the day, I'll be okay. And that's how I grew up. I grew up where my dad was the biggest drug dealer in North Louisiana, and then he wasn't. And then it was a struggle just to get food in the house. It was a struggle to keep the lights on. It was a struggle to get a meal, like a real meal. Like I remember, like there was times where like my dad had to go to his mom and be like, "Yo, ma, I need a little money to feed these kids, man." So when you grow up like that and you get older, you just trying to survive. You learn how to survive. Like you just learn how to survive. To some people, it seemed crazy. You like, what? You only got how much money? Nigga, how the fuck you doing that? I'm surviving. You learn how to survive, man. You figure it out. You move on. You get to the next thing. It gets to a point in your life, man, when you dealing with so much pain, you become numb to it. I'm numb right now. It's like I know the pain there, but what I'm gonna do about it? I can't change how I'm feeling. So what? I'm just numb to the shit. You know what I mean? Like emotionally, I've hurt people and people have hurt me. I'm hurt right now, but I can't do nothing about it because I still gotta get up in the morning and go to work. I still gotta pay bills, take care of my kids the best way I can. We just learn how to move through life. Hope that one day it get better, even though deep down you know it ain't. You know what I mean? Like deep down you know it ain't gonna get better. You hope though. Like you may see like glimmers or like a flash in the pan. Some good may happen through the day that carry you to tomorrow, just so tomorrow can be fucked up. There you go again with that hope that something happen. Hope keeps you going, but pain is a friendly reminder that shit tomorrow gonna be even harder. You hoping things get better, but it don't. I think the lesson that I'm learning from pain and the things that I'm going through, depression and losing people that I care about, pain is a reminder to me that maybe one day I can be happy. Maybe one day I can be happy. But there's lessons I have to learn. I have to learn from my mistakes. And right now I'm learning from my mistakes. For anybody that's going through something out there in life, man, like depression, you hurting right now and you feeling like you want to give up, you feeling like you want to quit, you got to ask yourself, like, if I lay down right now, who gonna tell my story? Who gonna tell my story? Nobody can tell your story better than you. There's been so many people who done gave up on themselves and tapped out on this thing called life, and their story wasn't complete. I am a suicide survivor. I tried to kill myself. But if I was successful, I'm gonna be here right now telling you my story. From me to you, keep going.